Hello and welcome back. I would like to continue our conversations today on the subject of personal development and specifically on talent. The last time we spoke about talent, I shared the example of my ex-colleague who decided it was time to give up on her career and had no clue what to go and do, what her talent was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the real question we need to ponder, to reflect and ask ourselves today is why is it that people in their late 20s, in their late 30s, in their 40s, and sometimes even 50-year-old people, having lived through many years of work, education, and professional career, do not know what their talent is? Here's what I think. Number one, it's our school system. Think about this. Our school system teaches us mathematics, English, science, and tells us that if we do not pass mathematics, we do not pass English, and we do not pass our science subjects, that we have failed. People struggle, therefore, throughout school to conform to this hierarchy of education that is not just a Nigerian problem nor an African problem. It's a worldwide phenomenon everywhere. In Europe, in America, in Australia, in Asia, everybody is in the pursuit of grades in mathematics, in English, or whatever language is the language of instruction, and of course in science. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong in being good at mathematics. There's nothing wrong at being good in English. There's nothing wrong in being good in science subjects. But you see, the problem with all of this is that it narrowly focuses us, and guess what happens? We start to choose subjects. So by the time you are entering the penultimate year of secondary school in SS2 or Form 5 or grade 11th grade or whatever, what you start to do is that you start to choose, and the choices are very limited. So it's either you go into the arts and or social sciences, or you go into the sciences, or you go into engineering, or you go into the biomedical sciences, medicine, and so on and so forth. Now, guess what happens? You write JAM, isn't it? University matriculation exam, then you go and write post-UME exams, and guess what happens? From your parents telling you that you should be a lawyer, then you write JAM, and guess what happens? JAM jams you. And then you end up with a score that only allows you to study sociology. Then you go and do sociology, and you spend 4 years doing sociology, and you finish sociology, and you're looking for a job. Guess what? You then perhaps start to fall in love with sociology and anthropology and social work. But guess what? It's not going to pay your bills, apparently. At least that's what the world tells you. Then all your friends, you know what we call the bandwagon effect. Once you finish NYSC, all your friends are going to work in oil companies and banks. So guess what? You join the bandwagon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no surprise that many people today who work professionally have no clue what their talent is, because they've allowed their parents, they've allowed the educational system, they've allowed JAM, they've allowed post-UME, they've allowed NYSC, and guess what? Even worse, they've allowed the job market to box them into a job and a career that does not reflect their talents. I always tell people that, for example, can you ever hear people discussing and say that JJ Okocha is not a good cricket player? Ladies and gentlemen, the discussion doesn't come up because JJ Okocha has found his talent. His talent is in playing football, and he spent his time playing football. Ladies and gentlemen, final thoughts to share. How can we find our talents? Here's what I think. Number one, each and every one of us is a go-to person for something. And here's what I mean by go-to. Your friends, your family members, your relatives, your colleagues at work, in school, they typically come to you for something. Some people come to you for advice, people come to you for money, people come to you for lots of different things. Here's what I think. Ask yourself, what am I the go-to person for? That will put you on the right track. You will start to see a trend that people tend to come to you for a particular type of thing, for a particular type of challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, ask yourself question number 2. What is it that I like to do? What do I do effortlessly? What brings me most joy doing this particular thing? Again, another clue to your talent. Maybe that thing that you do effortlessly, without a hassle, that you do freely, willingly. I mean, if they wake you up at 2 a.m. in the morning and ask you to do it, you'll be very happy to jump and do it. Ladies and gentlemen, think about that. And then finally, what is that thing that you can do for free? That you just love doing it, you are good at doing it, and you do it for free. People come to you to ask you your impression about certain things in that area, ask for your advice in a particular area. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is blowing in the wind. That may just be your talent. If you want to be that 20-something-year-old, that 30-something-year-old who has found her talents, then focus on these 3 things. Number 1, what are you the go-to girl for? Number 2, what is it that you really like doing? Number 3, what is it that you enjoy doing so much that you can do for free? That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you find your talent. Thank you.
If you have enjoyed this clip and would like to take advantage of our workshops, audio and DVD learning resources, you can call to speak to any of our learning consultants on 0805 19 53276. Or you can send us an email to info@learningimpactng.com. You may also connect with us on BlackBerry on BBPin 260F9E91. You can check out our pictures and testimonials from our past participants on our gallery at www.impactgallery.blogspot.com. You can find out more by visiting our website www.learningimpactng.com, and you can follow our Learning Bee on Facebook, Twitter, and on LinkedIn. Thank you.